Hello class, Professor Watson. This video this week is going to be on ventilation and the different types of ventilation and things that we've used in our experience, if any, with ventilation. And once again, I posted the other thing. I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so sorry about the sniffles. Ventilation that I've experienced. I'm a relatively young firefighter. I've only been with Pasco now for 6 years. I'm a firefighter EMT, and I've worked under many different captains. Every leader that you work for will have different tactics, and any kind of fire that you approach, may need different tactics for that fire for you to put that fire out. Personally, in Pasco, I've noticed we do promote PPV, positive pressure ventilation. We use our fans pretty regularly on structure fires. We don't have a large number of big occupants. We don't have the skyscrapers and whatnot that Tampa or any of the other big municipalities may have. So a lot of what we do fight is going to be residential fire, and the PPV does work fairly well that I've noticed. We'll set up in front of the structure, or sometimes rear, depending on where that fire is, but mostly the front of the structure. Open the doorway, position that fan appropriate distance from the doorway, and introduce air and positive pressure into that fire. What this does most of the time is it helps give a little bit more visibility in that fire for us, so that we can get to it. We can see, what needs to be done, and how quick we can get to that seat of that fire. PPV has been working very great for us. I have done just regular horizontal ventilation, where you go to the fire side, knock the window out, and let the gases and smoke and whatnot come out that location as well. And that works as well, but it doesn't seem to be as effective as positive pressure ventilation. Anytime that we have structure with fire in the attic space, we try to do vertical ventilation, but it's all gonna depend on how long that fire's been up there. If we can even get up onto that roof safely without possible building collapse. So that's another consideration. If we can get that vertical ventilation, it's very important in those attic fires. I've had a couple where there's been multiple false roofs, roof on roof construction, where you can't really get into the void where that fire is, and getting that vertical ventilation, getting down between those different layers, was the only way that we were able to get any of those hot gases and heat and whatnot out of that area, so that fire was able to be put out. So I'm a firm believer in ventilation. I do understand that there's instances where you can create flashover and backdraft and these horrible situations, but with the fire science knowledge and all the videos that we've watched, these things are, I wouldn't say 100% predictable, but we have a better knowledge of what we're coming into, I think, and we can use our tactics appropriately if we see the puffing of the building where it's appearing that it's oxygen deprived, and if we do introduce that oxygen, we may have a backdraft situation. We can kind of see that coming a little bit better than when we first brand new cherry firefighter. So our knowledge is going to be key in our tactics on how we're going to ventilate. Like I said, we use a lot of PPV. We'll knock out windows at the side of the fire to create a better visibility, and we do vertical ventilation for a lot of fires as well. That's all I got. Thanks, guys.